Right then, chaps, welcome back to the pod, episode 77. This could be the best pod of all time. Could also be the worst. Let's see.
Who knows? We've got nothing planned.
No, you groovy or you?
I'm groovy. I was just saying to HL, I've just got here. And he was like, you alright? I was like, no, but I'm forcing myself to be in a good mood.
I feel like last few weeks last week or two has been a bit more mental for you.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is though, because like I think I start getting stressed.
Mm.
You know, you just said like feels like the last few weeks are a bit peak.
Yeah.
I think if you're a normal person, it's not that bad. But I start like catastrophizing things in my head, and like I'll have tasks that I know I need to do, and like I've got a few tasks that I need to get done, and they're like little things that are just annoying. And then I start like in my head, I'm like shit, I need to do this, need to do that,
just crack it
rather than just doing it. Yeah. And then I do it, and it's done in like a day. I'm like, right, well, it wasn't that bad, was it?
What's that with like the house and all that, or
Well,
lots of different
yeah.
stuff?
To be honest, I've tried to just not really be thinking about that recently, and then it's more like the preparation for the show that stresses me out. It's like the shaving especially really stresses me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the only time I like get round to doing it is the evening, and at the minute it gets like 5, and I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I'm smashed. I'm just so ready to go to bed. So I just don't do it, and then I keep putting it off, and then I'm like, shit, I've got so much hair to get rid of.
I feel like you like that with lots of stuff.
I am.
Like,
yeah.
if you go on holiday, you're like laying out everything.
Yeah, I'm like one of them. I have to be really organised.
Yeah.
Like I did all my supplements like last weekend.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I just want to get it done, so it's
So
off
it's
my
all
mind.
like
Yeah.
sectioned out.
And then like I start thinking, oh, I need to make sure I've got my meals prepped for the day we fly. We're travelling.
Yeah.
Or what if security doesn't like? I'm just like stressing for no fucking reason. I just chill out. It's fine. Like whatever happens, it's fine.
Yeah.
Your food gets taken off you. Like, oh well, you can work something out.
Go to a shop.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
I suppose it's easier said than done, but generally this part of dieting is stressful anyway, like for your body.
Yeah.
So it's easy for your mind to kind of follow it a little bit.
I agree. But no, overall, like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's chill.
Just deep.
It's really not that
big,
bad.
Big time deep in everything.
Yeah, which is the issue.
You've been getting up quite early. Has that been a new prep thing or?
No, I think I've just been waking up. I've not really struggled to get up for the past 2 weeks.
I found it a lot easier,
which is nice.
Could be
yeah.
Could be that it's getting brighter.
Yeah, that does definitely help. Like I always sleep with my blind open, so I wake up and I'm like,
Yeah, it actually feels so much better compared to the winter when your alarm's going off. You're like,
it's pitch black, it's freezing cold. Yeah, no, that's definitely helping. But I don't know. I think my body's just like, I need to get up.
Yeah, ready to crack into it.
Yeah.
What
overall,
we
Gucci.
Well, today's Tuesday. This will be coming out on Friday. So technically, when you're watching this, Leo will be competing tomorrow.
No, Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday.
Competing on Sunday.
I'm 2 days out now.
Yeah, he's 2 days out right now.
I'm 2 days out right now, guys.
He's actually tanned up and everything's ready. You know. What's happening with the scran? Any more scran? Any less scran?
So I had more scran yesterday. Scran has stayed the same today. So it's nothing like exciting. It's like 400 carb, which is pretty chill.
Exciting.
Yeah, like I've been on. I think I mentioned this last pod. So I've been since not the Saturday just gone, the Saturday before. So what's that, like 10 days? I have been on 350 carb. After a couple of days, it went up to 375. Rest days a bit lower. It's like 250. And then body weight went up a little bit after the pod last week when we trained legs. Body weight went up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like 0.7. So we were like, right, we'll just leave things where it is, just see what happens. But I think it was from the leg day.
Yeah.
Like my quads were so fucked for days. And then it just dropped back down the last 2 days. I had a low yesterday.
Well, lowest of prep.
A matched low.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. and I looked really good yesterday. I was
Yeah.
really happy with that. So I had more food yesterday, same again today. Gone up again a bit today, but I started taking creatine, man. So
Finally.
been on the creatine for like 3 days. I saw Ryan the other day, and I don't know how we got on the conversation. I was like, oh yeah, I've not had creatine for like 5 months. And he just looked at me like, I was
Right.
like, mate, it's not that deep. I was
Pause.
like, I just don't think it matters.
I remember you having this exact conversation
Yeah.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I never took it. I just sacked it off.
Yeah.
Because I said to him, I was like, right, at this point, number one thing that's stressing me out is this probably wouldn't happen, but it might just upset my tummy.
Upset your stomach, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I didn't want to start taking it. He was like, nah, you'll be fine. And then I was like, seeing what it does to my weight on the scales also might just stress me out.
Mm.
And he was like, well, if that happens, then I'll deal with it. So I was like, right, fine. So I've been having that since like Saturday.
Was that like for a purpose? Like you're trying to...
No, not particularly for like the peak week.
Right, yeah.
He's just like, just take it.
Yeah.
Like it will make some sort of difference. And I get it, right? I want to do well. So his sort of rationale is like, if you want to do well, you should probably try and do everything you can.
Yeah.
It's not a hard task to do.
Just grab a bit of creatine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just have it in my pre-workout.
So you get the unflavoured stuff.
Yeah, I said to him, I was like, I ain't even got any, so I need to buy some. And he was like, fuck this. And he just gave me his tub. So I was like, oh, Sam, cheers.
Dubs.
Yeah.
I've got loads in my house. Like, loads of it.
Have you? Well,
Yeah.
this tub is like pretty empty, so I might have to cop some off.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple of tubs, I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, I've been taking that. Don't feel any different. Not surprised. So yeah, I'm just trying to detach
Yeah, I think that's the best
from
move.
everything, and yeah, that's it. That's the update.
With the visuals, like you say, you sort of felt like you looked pretty wicked yesterday. Do you think...
Yes.
I know in the past you've generally preferred how you look when you're very like
Slendered in.
sort of sunken in,
Yeah,
like
midsection
really not,
really
yeah,
tight.
yeah,
Yeah, so this is again what I've been saying to Ryan recently is I feel like my physique is very weird
Yeah.
and it can like just react very strange.
Mm.
So like yesterday when I took my shots, when I got the match prep low, I looked awful in the morning.
Really?
I looked so small, like
Yeah.
so flat. I literally had some water, sodium, bit of food. I had 2 meals and I felt full.
Yeah,
So like it's like trying to find the balance of like waking up flat but not too flat, but then not waking up like
yeah,
overspilled. Because I think if you're flat on the day, for me, it's easier to
yeah,
resurrect
yeah.
rather than being spilled, then having to like pull water off throughout the day.
Yeah, you don't really
Then you
wanna
end
be
up
doing
just
that, do you?
being not that dry, not full because you've had no food on the day.
Yeah. I feel like, to be honest, quite a big aspect as well is just like mentally. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, even I could go from doing some curls in the mirror, thinking, bloody hell, I look awesome.
Yeah.
To then go to the pose room and be like,
I look shit.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
So, like, if you can, whatever you end up doing before, over the next few days, like, if you're mentally in a pretty good spot,
I think that's the most
probably
important thing.
Best thing.
Yeah.
So that you're not stressing out on the day and, like,
Yeah, I was looking at some photos this morning. Right, so this was a week out last time I competed,
yeah,
and I thought I was absolutely diced.
yeah,
And then the past few weeks I've been thinking I'm not lean enough, yeah.
yeah, significantly.
It's so
leaner.
weird how, like,
That's interesting, isn't it? I'll try and remember to put them up on the screen so you can see
just
what we're
literally
talking
do
about.
not think straight.
Yeah,
So strange.
prep brain.
Yeah, prep brain.
You remembering how to pose, or are you like doing the wrong hand?
Nah, I'm forgetting everything. I was in my posing lesson yesterday and I was like, what pose is next?
Do you think they've been helping you?
Yeah, more from like just a confidence.
Yeah,
Because I was like, oh, I think this side's really shit, this shot's shit. And he was like, it's not.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're
yeah.
literally completely fine, which has been nice. So yeah, I'm literally just trying not to do anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
Just trying to be normal.
yeah. I think the more you
Treat
start,
it as a normal week.
yeah,
The more you deep it, the worse you look.
yeah,
And I think I don't think Dee listens to the podcast, but I think this is sort of what happened to her at the weekend. Is she booked to do the show. She was meant to start in Ireland, and then booked a week before to do the show at the weekend. Not even a week, like 5 days or something. And she was like, yeah, it doesn't matter because it's just like to practice and stuff. But then because it's such a short time frame, it like takes over your brain.
Yeah. And it's like
And then it causes stress.
Yeah.
And then it is a fucking,
Yeah.
it does matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think you just got too much pressure on yourself. Yourself. You got too much pressure on yourself. Yeah, and it's just not good.
It's interesting. You got to almost think about like the whole prep as like pre-season,
Yeah,
and now you're just doing what you've been doing.
exactly. For the past however long.
Yeah.
Like, nothing really has to change that much.
Yeah. Like if there happened to be a show next door, you could just pop in there
And just do it. That's what you want to
tan
be.
and you'd be fine. You could do that right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I think
Really
that's the
good.
thing with me, is just making sure I'm like pretty good all the time
Yeah.
is the best thing, rather than like some people run stupidly flat and then they fill up like mad and it works.
Yeah.
But for me, it just doesn't. I need to just be like a homeostasis
Yeah,
all the time.
just chilling.
Yeah, like just normal.
It's quite an interesting one. I saw you watched Jack Eagle's recent YouTube
Yes. Yeah.
where there's like
What, his show day was?
yeah.
Yeah.
where there's like for their show days it's like you got pre-judging
Judging
pre-judging
finals.
yeah, and but in between is like pre-judging. Jesus Christ, I can't speak.
Cooked.
In between is pre-judging and finals, the like coach's orders was like
Just scran.
get a massive feed in.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
That's
think
really-
sometimes it works because it just relaxes you.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh, yeah,
No
whatever.
stress for-
Yeah.
for that bit.
go and have
He
some
did
food.
say like there's not much judging that goes on at
No.
finals, but
Yeah, it's interesting though, isn't it?
yeah.
Like, you
Like,
just sent him to have a burger and Mackey's fries. It's like,
I can't imagine scranning that and then feeling like I looked good.
no, I'd feel like I looked
I
terrible.
feel like an
yeah, my
actual
belly
baby
would
in my
be.
stomach.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? How people can just get away with that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Either.
Like after a meal, I'm pretty. I feel
Yeah.
like very full.
Yeah, but your stomach's like distended.
Yeah, even if I have like a normal meal, like
Yeah.
if I have some oats, I'm like ugh,
Yeah, you just feel full.
for a good probably 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, I'd agree. So I just don't think, for me personally, it would work.
Yeah, good man. Well, that's cool. Hopefully you do well.
Hopefully, next pod will now.
Yeah, I won't be seeing you unfortunately for the show.
Oh, I thought you meant for the pod. I was like,
Yeah,
well,
I'll be seeing you for the pod.
You do.
Solo pod. But yeah, good luck, man.
thank
Sure,
you.
it will go well.
What do we want to go through today? What about your diet? Come on, how's the diet?
New freaking low.
Come on,
Come
big things.
95.5.
Really?
Post cricket.
Feels like you dropped a lot.
Yeah,
past,
it
like,
has
week.
gone up a bit. To be honest, I'm sitting at like 96 now, but
Okay.
yeah, post cricket knocked off a quick 70. Well, not very quick actually. It was really slow. 77, 78, something like that. And then the next day, big old low, and I felt absolutely battered.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
It's
that was-
interesting, isn't it? Though, like, I mean, it's in the nicest way. You're not like peeled,
No.
so you wouldn't have thought like getting a big drop. You'd feel like
Yeah.
smoked.
I think it was definitely a combination because it was like a lot of activity on
Yeah.
the day. So it's not
Actually
necessarily that
fatigued.
kilo drop or
Yeah.
whatever made me like,
It was more like the
Done it.
actual just fatigue of
yeah,
being moving all day. Yeah,
in combination with like relatively low food.
yeah.
But I was properly battered. Like I felt like a zombie all day.
Yeah. They're the worst days. That
Yeah.
when you just feel like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. So it was obviously nice to see the scale go in the right direction, but it did feel pretty
Horrendous.
done in. But since then, like next day I was sound and like now I'm back to
Feel
grooving
normal.
again. So
Yeah.
yeah, nice to see that. I feel like I'm now like actually in touching distance of
Of
sort
yeah.
of where I do want to get to.
Yeah, like when I saw you, was it like Friday or something? You
Yeah.
did look a lot leaner than when I previously seen, which wasn't that long ago. Like
Yeah.
a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean last time I dieted, I got down to a bit lower than this, like half a kilo lower than this, and then previous to that
Oh, was the
was
Rezo one?
where I got down to like
Yeah.
93 ish.
Yep.
So I think there'll be quite big changes over the next few kilos.
Yeah, you get into those body weights now where, even though it's not actually that big of a percentage of your body weight, but it still makes a big
Yeah, Yeah.
Big difference.
I think the key is now like sort of transitioning the mindset a little bit. I was speaking to Charlotte about this yesterday on her check-in, saying like, there's a point you get to in a diet, and it's usually about halfway, maybe a bit more, where you're not like dieting because you're fat anymore.
No. It's
You're
you're dieting
dieting
to
to, like-
get to like the optimal
Yeah.
range that you want to be.
So it's much more like future, this is where I want to get to,
Yeah.
as opposed to like, right, I look a bit fluffy
Shit.
here, let me get
Which-
rid of this.
Which phase do you feel more like
Dialed in.
drive to go? I think I'm the latter phase. When like you're actually getting lean and you're like, all right, whereas when
Yeah.
I'm fat, I'm just like, fuck this, I'm fat.
It almost, I mean this in the best way, obviously some people will struggle with this, but it almost feels too easy at the start.
Yes. And it's like,
It's like, I'm just doing what I need to. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
so
easy.
unbelievably easy.
you're not having to think about anything.
So I'd kind of like it when it does get at least a little bit harder, where you feel like you've actually got to do something
Yeah.
to make a difference
Change.
here.
Yeah.
Like at the start, you just eat less and it just works.
Yeah.
Again, some people will struggle with that, which is normal. I think most
That's
people
fine.
probably would.
Yeah, 100%.
But once you've done it for long enough, it's like the first 5 kilos is just like,
Pure piss.
yeah.
Like it actually is.
But now, like to pull off the next 5, I will have to
But it's a bit of a
like,
shift.
lock in a little bit.
So do you think, based off like where you're at now, do you think if you just kept everything the same, things will stall?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's more like the difficulty or the higher difficulty comes from like more appetite signaling and
Yeah.
all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Feeling a little bit lower energy, etc., as opposed to having
Actually
to push
difficult
harder.
because you're having to make changes to push things.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get what you're
like I
saying.
definitely don't need to push into a bigger deficit
No,
still.
what's the point?
And if anything, like my weekends recently have been acting as slightly higher days.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as there's still like a plan to it.
Yeah.
Like this, which there will be for you, but I think for some people it's like just turns into a
Yeah.
freaking excuse.
Yeah.
You've got to still have. It's not just like you're going off at the weekend and scranning whatever.
Yeah, like my breakfast at the weekends aren't oats, for example.
Yeah.
They are on a Saturday, not on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So on a Sunday, usually it's like my first meal is like yogurt a bit later on in the day, for example. Create a bit of room there, and then
There might be something that's off,
Yeah.
not off plan, but off plan or on plan.
yeah,
whatever.
like I had a chicken pie on Sunday,
Yeah.
for example.
But like your total intake for the day is just
Yeah.
slightly higher.
Yeah. So it's still very much planned control, but
Yeah.
it is a little bit more. I think that's helping me
yeah,
go into
I
the
think-
week, get a good sessions in,
Yeah,
etc.
I think when you're losing at a really quick rate, which you are in the week, that then helps
Yeah.
just to make sure your training isn't going to shit.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would, but like it definitely will have some sort of positive impact.
Yeah. It's also nice, 'cause obviously Monday is one of my biggest upper body sessions at least.
Yeah.
So it's nice to give
Go
myself
into
a
that
little
session
bit.
with actually a bit more.
Yeah.
What are you doing on a Monday now?
Well, it's just changed now, isn't it? I'm just
shit, yeah.
I'm just going to be changing it now. So
I'd have if I was you, I'd have push
Potentially
on Monday.
push, yeah.
I think that's probably the
yeah, although I don't feel like smoked after pull.
you don't.
No, not the pull sessions that I'm running at the minute, because there's no hinge or
So
anything.
strange. So yeah, even if I don't hinge in a pull session, I feel battered.
Really?
Like yeah, my Friday back day. Granted, I am hinging again now, but it's nothing crazy. I feel smoked. It's
Really?
like 5 exercises, like 10 sets total. I
Yeah.
feel fucked. But after push, I feel completely fine.
I don't know. I almost feel like when you had a bit of a weekend off, again, bit battered after cricket.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like by Tuesday I'm into the groove of training and I actually want
Yeah.
to go train.
Yeah, that makes
Whereas
sense.
sometimes when it's like, right, new week, I'm like,
Oh, a bit draggy. Yeah.
right, let's
Yeah.
crack into this.
And Mondays are a busier day as
Yeah.
well.
Same thing on a Friday after a rest day. I'm like, right, that rest day was really nice, but
And now I need to get cracking
yeah,
again.
and then I enjoy the session, obviously.
Yeah. that might be partly my issue because my back session is on that Friday.
Yeah.
So after I've rested Thursday, it's like, right, you got to pick yourself back up to go again.
That rest day feels really quite nice.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and that is a nice feeling because when I'm in a gaining phase, like I'm like, fuck's sake, it's a rest day. Like I'm bored.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like Sundays, fucking love Sundays.
You just get a bit more time as well, like that sort of 1.5 hours, 2 hours maybe, like, faffing about getting changed and all that sort of stuff. Just feels like you've got a bit more peace in the day.
Yeah, 100%.
To do what you need to do.
Yeah. What are you gonna do in your when you go back into a gaining phase? What's like your thoughts towards your like next split?
Yeah, well,
like, frequency, how many days you're gonna train?
Yeah. So the new split now.
I'll just go for a very quick way.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, as I was saying, the new split, or what I'm thinking of doing, kind of needs programming and such.
Have you actually like thought about this already?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be pull, push, legs.
Yeah.
Legs on Wednesday because then that gives me time between playing cricket on Saturday to actually recover because last week's leg day was terrible. It was absolutely
do you mean the one we did last week on Tuesday?
Jesus.
Yeah, you were cooked, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think potentially it might have just been really bad last week because you've not played cricket in ages?
Yeah, I think that's an aspect of it, yeah. But also, even aside from cricket, I think training legs on Tuesday was making my Wednesday session also worse.
And Wednesday you were training push.
Wednesday's push, yeah.
Which doesn't make sense for what you need to...
Maybe the session wasn't actually going bad, but my drive to get into the session was less.
On the Wednesday?
On the Wednesday. Just because I'd be in there absolutely smoked.
Yeah.
So now it's a rest day after leg day, which I think will be very nice.
I think that is important. Yeah.
And then into same sessions, chest and back Friday, delts and arms on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I think that's going to work pretty well. Now, with that, it does... I mean, previously, my Monday session was back, delts and arms, so the overhead press that I was doing and the laterals, that then makes it so it's twice a week rather than 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I might have a think about that to see if there's any shuffling around I can do to try to keep some of the delt work at 3, because I do quite like that.
I think if you can get delts at 3 times a week, you should probably do it.
Yeah. So I'll have to kind of work it out. Obviously, I kind of want it aligned roughly with yours as well when you do go into the off season.
I don't know what mine's going to be.
Yeah.
I think it'll be probably very similar to what I've just done. Maybe with the back frequency, just pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sort of want 4 main sessions.
Yeah.
Then the Saturday could maybe be a little bit flexible. I mean, I'll still do it probably every week.
Yeah, I've been kind of running... My Saturday is delts and arms, but I'm also I'm not being too picky.
Yeah.
If something's taken, I'm
just do something else.
Right, I'll just do something else.
I think that's what I'm going to do with... So Saturday for me probably will be a delts and arms, unless the rest of the split needs shuffling around to make it work. It might be on a different day, but I think with that session I might trial that session not being anything logbooks.
Yeah, it's a weird one. On paper, that sounds like bad advice.
Yeah.
But I think mentally, it actually helps a little bit.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, right, you're probably still going to have a pool of exercises you always do.
Yeah.
You're not just going to go and do an exercise you fucking hate or you don't connect with.
Yeah.
You're probably then going to have some rough idea of what weight to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just takes away that attachment to having to follow an exact thing, which again sounds like shit advice.
Yeah.
But I think at our training experience now, you can probably get away with it.
Yeah. It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll probably end up fucking logbooking what I'm on about.
I don't know. I enjoy going in, knowing that I've got 2 delt exercises, 2 bicep, 2 tricep. Realistically, it's probably going to be the same thing every time.
Yeah.
But
just getting a really good pump.
I'd leave my phone in my bag, put in some music, and kind of just fly through it.
Yeah. So in my gaining phase, I had delts and arms, as I said, on the Saturday, and it was a log-booked session,
Yeah.
and it still took me fucking ages.
Really?
Yeah, because I think when I'm log-booking, I end up resting way more.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm, like, deeping the next set,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
need to beat that. And then, like, yesterday, I fucking ripped through my session so quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a pump session, but I didn't have any numbers to go off.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, interesting.
Tough balance. I think it will work.
Yeah.
There's no
I think
doubt
as well,
about that.
especially with your other delt movements and arm movements throughout the week,
Yeah.
your other sessions, if you're actively trying to progress on them,
Yeah.
I think you've got a good balance of.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, like Kez.
Yeah.
I remember talking to him about this, and he was saying he never logbooks his delt work or his arm work,
Really?
and they're his strongest body parts, which is interesting, isn't it? So like he's been incline curling like the dumbbells,
Yeah.
like 10 kilos, like his
Really?
whole life, I think,
That's crazy.
or like whatever weight, but
Yeah.
he's just been, and he just makes sure the connection's really good.
I think for me it's more of a flexibility around like the rep ranges.
Yeah,
Like sometimes I'll go on to a curl and like elbows don't feel that great, etc. And I'm still trying to go, right, let me curl these 20s or let me curl these 17s. When I actually would
quality's just-
probably get a better set out of going for the 15s,
yeah,
doing a slightly higher rep range. That's what I've been liking about the Saturday. Feeling the warmth and going, actually I think like
This load will get
feel
me
better.
more,
And,
yeah.
and one week it might be like I'm doing like a 5-repper
Yeah.
or 6-repper. Another week,
well, if
it would be
like
different.
again, like, if it feels good,
Yeah. Yeah.
just do it.
So, yeah, that's probably the plan. I might change my mind, to be honest, and just log everything because I know it works. But
That's the
We'll
thing. I
kind
think
of
you think it's a good idea, you do it, and then you go into the sessions and you're a bit like, oh,
yeah,
actually, I
yeah,
can't be asked to work out what weight to do.
yeah, exactly.
So
In terms of areas that I want to improve, I think it's kind of just the same again. Like, as I've got leaner, my back has got better.
yeah,
Like, I kind of thought it was a bit whacked. Now I'm like, I mean, you took this, didn't you?
yeah, like it looked really good then.
Like, I'm pretty happy
Yeah,
with
that's
that,
good.
to be honest.
Really, see for you, it's your like anterior.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's massively off balance, but
No.
there is like I could do with more
Yeah,
delt, chest, arm, ab.
yeah,
So I'll just keep running the same sort of focuses. Surprisingly, like my legs actually look quite good this time
Yeah.
dieting. Pretty, or they
just
look
like fine. Yeah, you're just happy with
They
it.
don't look. I think one of the first times I diet, like, my legs just disappeared.
I think for both of us with legs, it's like as long as when you don't diet down, sorry, you don't look mega unbalanced.
Yeah.
We're happy.
I also think like my leg training has actually got quite a lot better recently.
Yeah.
But that's with my pins out.
Yeah, like you don't look unbalanced.
If anything, my legs are bigger
Look
than
probably
my
better
upper
than your upper body. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Strange.
But yeah, it'll be the same focuses. Like, I'm obviously incredibly long, so I just need to get bigger everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm pleased with like the midsection growth that I've had. Like, I wouldn't have been able to see my abs. Like, I mean, I know it's not unreal, but I wouldn't have been
But you
able to
can
see
see
my abs
abs.
in like natural lighting
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
previously. So pretty happy with that. Going to keep running the ab work at 3 times a week. I've been liking it, and yeah,
Just keep cooking away.
yeah,
I think the thing is, right, just keep doing what you're doing. Just be really consistent.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's why, like, obviously I haven't made like, oh my god, what the hell is that progress? But like, I feel like that last gaining phase I had is the most progress I've ever made
Yeah,
in that period of time.
it was just focused. It was purposeful. Like, throughout the whole
There
thing.
was so much focus within it, and I think the only other thing I'd say I think contributed massively towards it was just doing more.
Yeah,
Like, as much as I didn't really want to, just do more.
it's not been a wet wipe.
Yeah,
with
if you can do it, just fucking do it.
it. Yeah. Then the only thing I'd say with mine is like, I think I just need to like lean into lean into like using flies more, I've been doing that cuffed incline fly. Like
Yeah.
I just do get more chest out of
Yeah.
it than a press.
Yeah, people. It's because people always say you're gonna get more from a press.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't connect especially well with a press,
Yeah.
and you do a fly and you connect ridiculously well, as long as you can still get stronger,
Yeah. Like, what do I get a really good pump off?
a fly.
A fly.
Exactly. Just
I'm
do
doing
a
a
fly.
press. It feels good at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, you just
And it's
need to
got
do a
its
fly.
value there, but I think every time I train chest, if it's 3 times a week or twice a week, there needs to be
Some
a fly
form of
in each session.
Yeah, I mean it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I look a bit goofy setting up like a cuffed fly on the cable machines, but like it feels really good.
So just do it.
It works really well, especially on that big cross trainer thing that's got the big arms.
Oh, the cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call them, like multi
Multi-cable. Yeah, fuck knows.
So yeah, more flies going in, I think, is going to be a good move. I've also got my cuffs now, which is actually going to
You know, if you do a fly before you pressing, do you connect better with your presses? Do you think?
I think this is a really interesting discussion, right?
Yeah.
The bro science is like pre-fatigue,
Yeah.
so that you do like get more out of that muscle
Yeah.
going on to the next exercise. The actual science says the opposite,
Yeah.
because if you're going from an isolation like a fly to a press, the delts and triceps are fresher. Therefore, they'll probably do more of the
try
work.
and take over.
So I think there's a bit of a balance where you've just got to say, like, right, if I do it in this order or this order, which do I feel like I get more out of?
I think it is. I think people get so like married to the studies and stuff, and then don't actually think what they need to do.
Yeah,
Like for me, yes, doing a fly first would feel really good, but it would take away from my presses.
yeah,
I think, if anything, it would hinder my progress.
yeah.
But for you, I'd say it'd be the opposite.
Yeah, potentially. I think it also depends what press you're going for.
Yeah.
There's certain presses that can very easily turn delty.
Yeah.
Where there's other presses where it's like nearly impossible to get a lot of delty
Delt from
tricep action out of it.
What presses do you think you'll do?
I keep running that flat press. Like I'm getting on all right with that.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that. That's it.
That's kind of all I'm liking. Like the dumbbell press did run up quite well in the gaining
Yeah.
phase.
It's just no good in a diet, though.
It's,
You really want it to be, and
Yeah.
then you get like 4 or 5 weeks in, you're like, right, this is just not it.
I
now.
managed to get it for a while.
Yeah.
Like probably 6 weeks maybe.
I think that's the approach. Keep it in as long as you can, and then
Yeah.
take it out when it's needed.
So like when I'm in my gaining phase, like I say, it'll be a lot of flying. Probably do a cable press still.
Yeah.
It's just the it's not heavy enough on the cross seat trainer thing, and then
Yes.
the other ones are kind of feel a bit goofy sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
I know for me, I'm putting a dumbbell press straight in.
yeah,
Like, it just feels so good.
I imagine I'll have the flat machine press, 2 to 3 flies, 1 or 2 of them being a cuffed thing,
Yeah.
and some sort of probably will get to a dumbbell press again at some point.
Thing is, I love a Smith press. Starting to not enjoy it as much at this gym.
Yeah, I hit a wall pretty
Fortunately,
quickly.
the Smith just isn't very good.
Yeah,
Like, I generally think if you were on a normal Smith, you'd be able to get like an extra like 2-3 reps.
yeah,
It just slows down because the machine is literally sticky.
yeah. I really quickly hit a mental wall with it because I was
Yeah.
just like getting fed up that I'd just press and then it would just stop.
It would just stop midway.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this?
And I'm not gonna get chest if it's like sometimes you get the grindy reps where it's smooth, and then you get the grindy reps that are like
But that's literally what it's like on
jittery.
that Smith.
I can't get peck out of that
No.
personally. So
No.
that's probably not gonna.
I think I'll take it out
Yeah,
when I get into my gaining phase, but for now I'm just
Yeah.
leaving it as
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
groovy.
You know what I did use the other day, which I never thought was that good when we previously used it. Used it on Saturday in Wolves. The Nautilus flat press.
Really?
Holy shit.
You liked it?
Yeah, I don't know. It probably felt really good back then, but there was just more options that felt better.
Yeah,
But now, so obviously, since we've been using kit that unfortunately just isn't as good.
yeah. Some of it
Some
is.
of it is.
Some
yeah.
some of it's
Some of it is good, but the pressing's not great. I used it and I was like, holy shit.
Really?
Yeah. Like, genuinely, I think I did like a 6-rep
Yeah.
set, and my chest was ruined.
Really?
Yeah. If I do a 6-rep set here, it's a little bit like.
Yeah. The was it even? Just felt like
No, it
every
was
nut-
it was still slightly off.
Every
I
note
knew it was going to
pressing
be.
on,
As
it's
soon
like
as I
this.
sat on it, I was like, yeah, this is isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know how they all end up like that. Some of
I
us
know.
just go loose or something.
You know what I was thinking about the other day, right? Is so that gym I was at, that Foundry gym, if you were to buy all the kit in there, you'd probably spend less than you would buying all the kit that's in there,
Potentially, yeah.
which is I think is pretty crazy.
Yeah, potentially.
Like, there was so much stuff that was just like so good.
Yeah.
So
Out of there, what would you take? Hypothetically, if you're building like a full-on big gym.
one, I could have buy anything.
Yeah.
Probably not much. Probably nothing.
Nothing.
I'd like the T-bar. That's
Yeah.
probably my favourite T-bar I've ever used, but I haven't
T-bar.
used that many T-bars.
I'd take the standing lateral. I like that.
Yeah, to be fair, I've not used one that's better than that.
I've not been on a standing lateral that I actually like
No.
other than that one.
No,
I've
I
been
agree.
on that Panata one. I just think it's so
That's
whack.
shit.
Yeah.
You starting position is
Yeah.
like out here is
Yeah.
shit. The Atlantis one, don't think we ever used it at Rotherham. I think it was shit.
Yeah, no, not a fan of that one. I'd probably take the plate loaded ab crunch.
Yeah, I'd take
I
that.
think that's pretty groovy.
Yeah. That's 3. They're 3 I probably would actually want.
The rotate your handle pull down. Maybe.
Potentially, but like if you went on like an upper back pull down that was a different brand.
Yeah. Can't say I've used loads, to
No.
be honest.
No.
The
Yeah, I
leg
probably would have
extension.
that.
You like that leg? You like that?
I like the leg
but
extension.
whether it would be a top pick, not sure.
Like if I went on like a Cybex one now, would I just be like, fucking hell, this is way better.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't take any of the pressing kit, unfortunately.
No, I don't think so. That's probably it, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Like if you're taking 4 pieces out of
And at the end of the day, they are
Yeah.
they're a newer brand, aren't
Yeah.
they? They're never going to get it perfect.
if you were building a gym, most brands would maybe get 1 to 5
yeah.
pieces
From
that you would
from
choose
the
in
brand,
max.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's any brand that you go, "Yeah, that is just perfect for every single movement."
Yeah. I mean, like, realistically, if you bought, like, a gym and just had the whole Prime range,
Yeah, it'd be pretty
you'd be pretty fucking happy, yeah. But again, like, there probably would still be stuff I'd be like...
Yeah, you'd end up not using that much.
I think the T-bar, though, is genuinely the best one I've personally used by a long way.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Like, but I don't really remember doing them at Rotherham.
I know, because I didn't like any of them.
Like, what did they even have?
They had the Atlantis one.
Yeah, that was shit.
They
They had
had
that Watson one.
Watson,
Didn't like that.
wasn't a huge fan.
Very similar, though, to the Primal one.
Just a bit longer.
Yeah. I used the Watson one at Foundry, and it was quite good.
Yeah. They had a couple more, maybe like unbranded sort of looking things.
Yeah. There was that one we used at Rezo that they have now got at Rotherham, you know, the Jim Lecco.
Yeah.
But I don't remember liking that at Rezo.
Generally, I'm not a huge fan of T-bars that are like fixed handle.
Yeah, neither.
I just find it like, I just can't move
No,
properly
yeah.
with it.
I want to actually be able to, like, move my wrists a bit.
And I also like on this one how like you're actually aligned with the pull.
Yeah.
See, on a lot of T-bars, you'll have people pulling like, kind of like,
Yeah, have you
I
seen
can't, the goof. Yeah.
There's one at Everlast that I see
Yeah.
HH using. It just looks so...
It looks like this.
It looks so wrong.
It's like it's like a pull down row.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely take the T-bar, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, which is pretty good going. As you
Yeah.
said. Right.
Probably leave the poddy woo there.
Bit of a random one. Don't know what the title's going to be.
Probably be 6 days out.
Fucking 5 days out.
So we'll say I ruined my prep. Creatine ruined my prep. There's the title.
Yeah, we'll actually call it that. Yeah, let's actually do it.
Creatine
Hey,
made me
everyone
fat. But yeah, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe. We're kind of actually growing on the subs a little bit recently, so
Good.
make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you next week for Show Day 1 debrief.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a sword.
Yeah.
Imagine if I actually win a fucking
Can you
sword.
bring it in?
Yeah, I'll bring it in if I win it, yeah.
Awesome. Just don't tell me anything about your show until
No,
you
I'm
get
not
onto the
gonna.
pod.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn up on Tuesday and be like, you ready?
Just send me a message on Snapchat like, oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh no. And then I'll be like,
Or maybe
really on my
actually just
toes.
shouldn't tell you and see what happens.
Right, we'll see you next week.
And I'm gonna have a sword.
Hell yeah.
Probably not.
Ciao.
Down. Goodbye.